the next thing that I'm going to go over is deaths. So the deaths tab, you want to unclick your name. Hopefully you don't show up in the deaths tab. So in beasts, we see who died, how they died, why they died. I'm going to pick a fight where a lot of people died. I think we all remember this one. So if I look at for example, let's say this one, right? Ellie. So he dies from penetrating cold. It's going to tell me everything that happened all the way through while he was taking damage. And a noob is going to be a bigger one because you're taking tons and tons of taking damage. We've got lots and lots of taking health per second. But the big thing is going to be, for a noob, we know what kills you, right? It's penetrating cold. So he has penetrating cold applied to him. Where is it? I guess it starts, so the first tick gets applied to him somewhere down here, and then the first tick kills him. He can ice block this, but when we look down here, he already did ice block one, so he's ice blocked a penetrating cold off of himself already. He has no more cooldown left to keep himself alive. Maybe he could have used a frost ward. This overkill damage here, 674. That frost ward probably would have kept him alive. And so he would look at this and say, I guess I'm going to frost ward because you may be expecting heals and want to be healed and say, this shouldn't happen to me. Well, it did. Now he's dead, and now he's either got to use a battle res or something to get back into the fight. So we're using resources that we shouldn't have to use. He loses buffs, he loses mana. He's going to be doing a lot more damage if he uses Frost Ward there, as opposed to dies because healer was healing a different target or whatever. And so if you are finding yourself dying in fights, you can look through this deaths tab and it will tell you every little thing that happened to you before the death and think, how can I have stopped this? Can I have been positioned differently? Can I have used some sort of mitigation? Can I have used a health stone? That kind of thing. Most of the deaths that happen are totally preventable by the person who died. There are a couple that are unpreventable, and those will be the Sinister Strikes here, for example, or the Shadow Strikes. When they pop off and just one-shot somebody, bad luck. Dodge better, I guess. But the vast majority of deaths in all the fights are totally preventable, and it's useful to look through them and say, how am I dying? How can I stay alive? Because if I'm alive, I can do damage. If I'm dead, I can't.